Hey everyone, this is my second YouTube video, and this is also my second attempt trying to record it because I tried recording it earlier and I couldn't hear my audio because I'm a real noob with this YouTube thing. I'm trying to get better, but one step at a time, I guess. But anyway, I'm going to actually review two things this video. Try to be cool. Unlike all the other, a lot of anime reviewers is just reviewing the anime, but I'm going to try to review two things. So not just this anime, but maybe something like else that's like comical or something from like a different realm of the nerd world, just to be cool like that. Um, First, I'm going to be reviewing the first episode of the new Fairy Gone anime series. I watched the first episode. Um, it was pretty good, I think. Funimation's subtitling job was absolutely horrible. I watched the Funimation version, and they've changed the subtitles now, where they got like the gray bars, which are kind of distracting. But that wasn't the biggest deal. The biggest deal was the way it was translated. It was just very just matter of fact, where it was almost like, I am going over there. Okay, I will see you later. All right. Like, it just didn't really feel like human conversations, and it was to the point where it's kind of hard to follow. Like, it just kind of felt hard to understand at times. I heard they're simulcasting this, so April 26th, they're going to start doing it in English, and I might just wait till then. I was going to do that anyway, because this looks like the kind of anime that would be better in English, because most of the characters are Westerners. I mean, not all Westerners, speak English as a primary language, but at least a lot of them know it as a secondary language, so it almost kind of just makes more sense in English. But I want to spoil much of the anime. I give a bit of the setup, I guess. The main characters, they got like a girl-guy tag team duo, and it's not like JoJo, like JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. They're stands. Well, only in that way, honestly. That's the only real way, is their stands, and there's a lot more fighting alongside the stands. Like, the girl's got a hunting rifle, the guy uses like twin swords. Um, but the first episode was just kind of a setup. They gave a bit of a history. It's like a fantasy world. It's very similar to our universe. But it's kind of got like like World War One era like culture and technology, and it seems to have a lot of German influence. So it's a pretty cool combo, I think. They had some setup where there was some sort of war. And the side that I think both the girl and the guy are from the country that lost. And the guy, he was in the army, and he was one of these they call them fairy soldiers. So I guess they were all like, top level soldiers who had the fairies that they could summon, the stands basically, or personas. And then this girl, she was really young at the beginning. There's probably about like, I don't know, a 5 to 8 year maybe age difference between them, because at the beginning she was like 8 and he was like 15, so he was kind of like a teenage soldier that recruited in young. But there was so she was from this village, and it was getting burned down by this old guy that they called Laydon. So I think he's gonna kind of be like some sort of main villain maybe, and he was burning down this village and burning down this like fairy forest. So I think this Laydon guy was part of the opposing country too, and he was trying to get rid of the threats, so he was burning the forest. And it fast forwards, and I'm kind of afraid to go from there because I don't want to spoil too much about the characters and stuff. But I'll just say I think it's a pretty good setup. It's an anime original, so you can't really tell where it's gonna go. There's no manga or book to that's the cool thing about anime originals, is you'll never know. Where with manga, if you get impatient with the story, you could just kind of quote unquote spoil yourself in a sense. Even though the manga came first, if you haven't read the manga, you could still use it to know what happens next. My only big complaint I'd say so far is the fairies are in CG. The stands, personas, they're in CG. It's really ugly. But all CG is ugly. I hate CG. Don't judge me, guys. If you guys like CGE, I'm not going to judge you. It's fine. Um, I don't know. I feel like a lot of CGs just use to compensate for budget, and I have nightmares sometimes that all anime is just gonna be CG, and that's gonna be the day I stop watching anime if it's just all CG, like the whole thing. And the 2D's pretty good, though there is kind of a lack of detail in a lot of scenes, but it's still pretty good. The fights were pretty fluid. Um, you could definitely tell this is kind of a mid-budget anime, but I think it has a really good premise, a really good story, and it's probably going to be worth watching for that. But anyway, I'm going to move on to the next thing I'm reviewing now. I'm reviewing a restaurant. I'm reviewing Old Chicago Pizza. And I have to say it's pretty good, and I think you get what you get for your price. I only um like they do a lot more than just pizza, but all I've tried so far is the pizza, so I'm reviewing off of that. Maybe I'll review more later if I go there, a couple more times. I'll try different things and let y'all know what I think. Um, they got this thick crust pizza that's a lot like Pizza Hut pizza, but it's much higher quality in my opinion. And I thought that was pretty good. I've never been much of a thick crust guy. I was just curious. And then the second time I went, I got this golden ale crust pizza, which doesn't really have ale on it. It's just, I think it's the name they use, and that crust was really, really good. It was a pretty good pizza, but it is a little pricier, and it's like they get you because I got a large pizza for $13, but then my bill was like $20, so they got like some sort of, I don't know, $5, $7 tax or something, which was kind of nuts. But still, I've been to more expensive pizza places that are paying way too much for what you get. But like I said, I think you get what you pay for here. They also have a lot of beers. And if you guys are old enough to drink, don't get drunk. I don't get drunk. I'll drink some, like one or two, sometimes on a night to help me relax, especially after work. I work physical labor, so after work, man, a beer after you work, like, oh God, it's so relaxing. It feels really good and it really helps me sleep. So yeah, they got a lot of beers, so that's nice. Um, so yeah, 4 out of 5, a little pricey. If you have a relatively full wallet, it might be nice, and maybe I'll review more of it. If I, ever go, I'll make like an Old Chicago Part 2 review, Episode 2. Oh man, everyone loves the Old Chicago pizza anime, and can't wait for Episode 2. Anyway, memes aside, that's my second video. So I'm done. Kermit out.